Class, happy to be here again. Today we're gonna talk about exterior angles of a polygon, a regular polygon, especially we're gonna talk about regular polygon. So today, as you can see, as warm up, last time we talked about the interior angle of a regular polygon. So just to warm up for the beginning of this lesson. So we're gonna look for the name of this particular polygon. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. So it's just a heptagon, but it's a seven-sided polygon. And when we have a heptagon, we know to get the sum of each. Coming. I just want to quickly. Okay, good. So the sum of the interior angle is gonna be what? Since we're gonna use this formula that says n minus 2 times 180. So since our n is 7 here, because it's a seven-sided polygon or seven-sided figure, so uh, n is 7 minus 2, then times 180. And then 7, we know that 7 minus 2 is just 5. Then you have to multiply 5 by 180, and the outcome should be 900 degrees, okay? And the measure of each angle is quite simple. What you do here is just, since the total angle is 900, and then you have, and we have 7 angles in this heptagon, so you have to divide 900 by 7, and by doing so the outcome will just be 128 and 6. So the sum is always n minus 2 times 180, and then there are the outcome is in degrees Celsius, and since they said each angle, the measure of each angle, so it means this is 128.6, this is 128.6, and it goes on like that for the remaining 5 guys. Okay, so this also is the degrees Celsius. I'm gonna box them. Okay, so last time we only work on yesterday we only work on the interior angles, so today we're gonna also know that a polygon also has exterior angles. If there's interior, there must definitely be exterior, and this is how it works. So this is interior. Interior gonna be represented by I. So exterior just gonna be, if I decide to extend this side, so this angle here is exterior. So exterior is E. So if I extend this, let me change the color, put it in green. So this is gonna be exterior. I extend this side, this is gonna be exterior. I extend this side, this is gonna be exterior. If I extend this side, this is gonna be exterior. If I extend this side, this is gonna be exterior. And if I extend this side, this is gonna be exterior. Then the sum of these two guys, as we all know, sum of these two angles, sum of this and this, sum of these two angles, sum of these two angles, the sum of these two angles, the sum of these two angles is, they all form a linear pair. Okay, exterior and one interior and one exterior on the same line form a linear pair, and they add up to 180. Okay, so here we're gonna say, notice that at each vertex the exterior angle and the interior angle they are supplementary. You know the definition of supplementary? Supplementary is when angles add up to 180, okay? Complementary is 90, but supplementary is 180. So we're gonna say a linear pair add up to 180. So then I'm gonna put a degree here. Okay. So here we're gonna generate a formula and to know the sum of exterior angle. So we're gonna use algebra here. We know that sum, I'm gonna just click here. Sum interior plus sum of exterior is 180 times n. Because when you had the exterior and interior, it's one, if you have a linear pair, interior and exterior makes 180. And since it's a polygon, the number of sides gonna determine the number of into the sum of the interior and exterior. So that's why we multiply it by n. Okay. Then we know sum of interior to be what? To be n minus 2 times 180. We don't know sum of interior, so we're gonna maintain sum of interior. We don't know sum of exterior rather, so we're gonna maintain sum of exterior. And then we're gonna equate this to the same 180 times n. And if we open the bracket here, we're gonna multiply n by 180, so you're gonna have 180 times n, and then minus 2 times 180 gonna be minus 2 times 180, which is minus 360. Then we still have plus sum of exterior, then to be equals to 180 times n. And then on both sides, as you can see, we have 180 180 times n, 180 times n. So we're gonna remove 180 times n on both sides. If we remove 180 times n on both sides, we're gonna be left with minus 360 plus sum of exterior angles, exterior angles there, because we're talking about angles, okay? So at the other side, we're gonna have 0, because 180 n times n minus 180 times n is 0. Then at the end of the day, if we had a 360 on both sides, then plus 360 minus 360 is 0. So we'll be left with sum of exterior angles that will be equals to 360, because 360 plus 0 is 360, okay? So I'm gonna put angles here to show that it's angles, angles, angles. Okay. So here, what we know today, this is a new thing we just derived. Then we can boldly say that the sum of exterior angle in a polygon is always 360, okay? So sum of each interior angle in a polygon is 360 degree. So we're gonna solve for this problem here, and then we're gonna call it a day. This triangle has how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a nonagon. It has 9 sides. So the sum of interior angles gonna be uh, our n is 9. 9 minus 2 times 180, and then that's 7 times 180, which is 1260 degrees. So here we have 1260 degrees. And the measure of each angle, each interior angle, since it's a regular one, so you have to divide this by the number of angles. So we have 7 angles and 9 angles. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when you do that, 1260 divided by 9 gonna give you 140. So it means each angle here will measure 140 degrees. Okay, each angle here will measure 140 degrees. So okay, so the next thing says sum of measure of exterior angles. We know exterior angles is always 360 according to the definition above, and the measure of each exterior angle to get since it's a regular polygon, so each exterior angle gonna be the same. But what do? We first of all take one angle here. We know interior is 140, so I'm gonna write, let me write it very well. Interior here is 140, and then exterior is what we're looking for, but we know that exterior plus interior form will be what? Well, interior plus exterior gonna be 180, so I'm gonna write E plus 140 equals to 180. Then if I take away 140 on both sides, E will be what? 40. So each exterior will be 40 degrees. So there's no specific formula to get exterior angle. The only thing you can do here, you just always subtract interior, from 180 to get each exterior, a, a specific interior out of 180 to get a specific exterior. Okay. So here we notice that the sum of ends, the measure of interior angle depends on how many sides are in the polygon. And we also notice that the sum of measure of the exterior angle does not depend on how many sides are in the polygon. Does not depend. Let me write depend and does not depend very well here. So here is depend, and below here exterior does not depend on the number of angle we have in a polygon, the number of sides we have in the polygon. So it does not depend. So here we're gonna solve these problems. We know a decagon is 12 sided, and then the sum of angle gonna just be 12 minus 2 times 180. That's 10 times 180, and which is 1800. And on the other side, we know the measure of each one gonna be 1800 divided by, since we have 12 sides, 12 sides, so divided by 12, the outcome gonna be 150. And the sum of exterior angle in any polygon is 360. So, and then the exterior, each of the exterior just gonna be 180 minus each interior, which is 150. So the outcome gonna be 30. On the other side as well, if we decide to put, let me put 20. If I put 24 gun in a 24 gun, gonna have 24 minus 2, 10 times 180 to determine the number of so 24 is the number of side, and then if you take 2 away, it's gonna be the number of triangle. So then 24 minus 2 gonna be 22 times 180. Then what if I do that 22 times 180? Then the outcome is 3960. Okay, as in degrees. And then sum of each interior gonna be just 3960 divided by the number of side 24, and that gives me 165. Interior is always 360. Sum of exterior is always 360, and then sum of each interior gonna be 180 minus each exterior. Sum of each exterior gonna be 180 minus each interior, and each interior is 165. So the outcome gonna just be 15. And then if I decide to put maybe 15 gun down here, what's going on? Okay, thanks. 15 gun here. I'm gonna have 15 minus 2 times 180, and 15 minus 2 is just 13 times 180, which equals to 2340. And degrees, and each angle gonna be the total angle divided by the number of sides. So if I do that, I'm gonna have 2340 divided by 15, which is 156. And then we know sum of exterior is 360, and sum of each exterior gonna be 180 minus each interior, which is 156, and then which gives me 24. So that's all. Thank you very much, and do have a blessed day.